Hello, my fellow zombie squad. Welcome to the Dustin TV. Well, guys, I wanted to say this: the live stream that I put up when I was saying ZLM Zombie Lives Matter. If it defend anybody, I apologize. But what I'm about to say is, I'm going to go ahead and say about Dante, the one who got killed by an officer that thought she was pulling out her taser and ended up pulling her gun and shooting him. Well, she shouldn't be a cop because the taser is lightweight compared to that Glock. If I was that officer, if I was there and I was an officer, what will happen if she shot him and she said, I shot him? She said, she says, I pulled out my taser, but I ended up pulling out my gun. Well, I would arrest her for murder. She would be under arrest for murder. She should be charged for murder. She had no right to be an officer. That is careless actions. That 20-year-old black guy was killed for no reason. He had a warrant out for his arrest, and it was actually the letter was mailed to the wrong address. Dante didn't have a warrant out. It was a mistake that the law did. Sent it to him instead of the right person was the warrant. Dante did not have a warrant. He shouldn't be killed. He shouldn't even be pulled over for too many fresheners on his mirror. That is stupid for pulling somebody over. That is a dumbass cop for pulling over Dante. I know the reason why he tried to pull off. He was scared. He was a black man with two white cops. And I don't blame him. This country is fixing to fuck up. All hell's gonna break loose. They need to charge the bitch for murder and put her in prison. That's what they want. Justice or no peace. Justice, no peace. That's what the Black Lives Matter protest people are saying. They have the right to protest, but they do not have the right to break in buildings and loot and steal. Them people that breaking it into buildings and stealing, they should be charged for stealing. They are not the true Black Lives Matter protesters. They're the cancer of the Black Lives Matter people. The real Black Lives Matter protesters are doing it peacefully. And that sergeant that was pushing around that black guy in his own damn neighborhood. On his own damn neighborhood. If I was there, I would push that white man down to the ground and say, hey, motherfucker, leave him alone. Take your ass back to your house. He belongs here. He lives in this neighborhood. Because he's black, do you think he don't live here? Any black people can live wherever they want to. I do not. I mean, really, I'm going to tell you this. Black people are pissed because they're getting killed because they're black, the color of their skin, by cops. There's a lot of racial cops in this country, and the bad ones needs to be off the damn force. They need, before you become a cop, they need to test you out to make sure you're not racist. I'm not, turning my back on my own race. But there's a lot of white motherfuckers out there are racist. They are. I'm not one of them. But I'm scared because if I go somewhere and I go by like Black Lives Matter protesters, I'm afraid that I'm going to get beat up by the color of my skin. Yes, I'm afraid. But they should understand I'm not racist. But this racial crap needs to stop. Because we're all made by God. We're all human beings, guys. What about the human race? We're all one race. The human race. I'm backing the Black Lives Matter on this one. Even George Floyd, too. That cop, that man should be put in jail. He should be tried for murder. They need to put him in prison because if they don't, guess what's going to happen? That damn city that he's in is going to be burnt to the ground. Because black people are getting tired of getting racially profiled because they're black. Black people did build this country. Look back in the day that black people were slaves. They picked cotton, right? All them white people that buy clothes, women wearing dresses, men wearing suits, they should have taken the black people for that. If it wasn't for the black people back in them days picking cotton, America wouldn't have clothes. You see, we have to thank the black people to build this country. It ain't just whites. It was blacks, Hispanics, whites. Well, black people did build this country. We all build this country. But black people are getting tired of this racist bullshit. They're getting tired of it too. But right here where I'm living, we don't see that here. We don't see racism in Seminole County. We're a small town. Everybody gets along. Blacks and whites gets along just fine down here in the South. But way up north, where trying to think of that football team, the Vikings, where they're at, there's a lot of racial crap going on upstate. Every freaking racism going on is always up north. George Floyd, Dante. What the hell was that? Thought that was something. I think my cat's trying to get into something. Get into something here. But I'm gonna say this. White people, most of y'all, not all of y'all, some of y'all need to stop being racist. What we need to do is get rid of the skinheads and the KKK. Even the Black Panthers too. Get all the racism out of this country. But it ain't going to happen. Because I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. The most racist in the government is the fucking Democrats. Put it this way. Abraham Lincoln, Joe Biden, you piece of shit, calling Abraham Lincoln racist. He is a Republican president. He is not racist. He was the one that freed the black slaves. I'm telling you, Joe Biden, you should kneel to President Lincoln. You stuttering bitch. You're ruining this country. You want to start a war with Russia? I'm going to go ahead and say this. Putin will make you his bitch. He can kick your ass, Joe Biden. I wouldn't fuck with Putin. What's going on in Russia ain't none of your damn business. But let's get back with the racism in this country. Okay? Well, now what if we got rid of racism? Wouldn't this country would be a whole lot better off? Yeah, it would. Black men wouldn't be scared to get pulled over by the cops. Every white cop is so scared of a black man. Why are you so scared? White cops, why are you so scared of a black man for? It's because 400 years of racism, 400 years of treating the black people like shit, right? Now they're getting tired of that bullshit. They're getting tired of it. See, I'm for the human race. I'm not backing my own race. My race is, some of my race is racist. I'm not saying all people, all white people, certain ones. You see, I'm going to tell you a little story. When I was in school, there were several black guys, boys. They asked me to say the N-word. And I told them no. They said, come on, say the N-word. I said, I'm not going to say it, man. It's a bad word. I treat it as a cuss word. But we all say cuss words. But I never ever say the N-word to a black person. Because when you say the N-word to a black person, there's a two types of saying it. You can say it for, like, you know, like how black people do it to each other. But I hear white guys says, I got a pass for saying that. Bitch, no you don't. White people don't even be saying that because it's racist when you say it. Black people say it to each other. It's fine. But I'm also going to say this. They are black on black crime every day. Black people killing black people for stupid shit. We don't see it on white crime, but there is white on white crime. But I'm going to also say this. White men gets killed by cops too. But they don't put that on the news. Because, oh well, a white guy got killed by the cop. He deserved it, right? No, he don't. Anybody gets killed by the cop because, you know, only way a cop could get away with killing somebody if the person had a gun, was fixing to point it at them, or fixing to run them over with a car. They have the right to shoot. If anybody don't have no weapons and reaching to get a freaking like their ID, and they think they're gonna reach for a gun and shoots them, you just shot an unarmed man. Prissy. My dog just farted. Oh my god. Prissy, why did you do that? Damn, girl. Why did you fart? Anyways, what I was gonna say is, I mean, what I'm saying is my opinion. You don't have to agree with my opinion. You can disagree. But what I'm saying is true. We need to stop racism in this country. We need to stop racism around the world. Like in the UK, the Queen, her husband are racist. They are. Because their grandson married a black woman. Well, she's half black and half Hispanic, I think. He had to move to here because he married a black girl, a black woman. Anybody can marry who they want to, if they want to marry. Interracial, like a black man can marry a white woman, a white man can marry a black woman, a Mexican man can marry a black woman, a black man can marry a Mexican woman, a white man can marry a Mexican woman. You can marry whoever you want if, you know, you fall in love with. Race don't mean love. If you love somebody, and like for instance, me, when I was in school, I didn't like white girls. I liked black girls. I wanted to date a black girl. I did date a black girl. When my middle school. Bo, stop, buddy. You need to stop. Because I can hear you over there. But anyway, guys, like the black guy that was fixing to pull out his wallet for his ID. The white cop, pow, 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 shot him, point blank range. The guy was just trying to pull out his wallet or his ID to give it to the cop. A lot of people forgot about that. I didn't. Black Lives Matter more right now is because of what's going on. All lives do matter, but for right now, please don't say all lives matter to Black Lives Matter protesters, because you're going to get your ass kicked. And you could get killed. Because a lot of Black Lives Matter protesters might end up beating the hell out of you and put you in the hospital. If I was you, if you're going to say that bullshit, say it in your own house. Or say it on YouTube or whatever, or TikTok. But I'm going to say about TikTok, you need to shut your stuff down permanently, because your TikTok is racist. I see a lot of racial bull crap. I get on there. I see a lot of racial bull crap, and I see a lot of dog killing other animals. That's not cool. But what we need to do is start from fresh. Guilty, that former woman cop, she need to be tried and put in prison for murder, not manslaughter. Second degree manslaughter. That's the slap in the face of Dante's parents. What are you doing? Shelby. I don't know why that cat is doing that. That light is bright though. But anyways, slap in the face of Dante's parents. They need to charge her for murder and charge George Floyd, the officer that put his knee on his neck and left it there and it killed him. He needs to go to prison too for murder. First degree murder for both of them. Both former cops. That's what they need to do. That's how I am. But I'm going to do this. Black Lives Matter, motherfuckers.